I'm gonna guide us. I do move through. If you need to tune in and out, if I'm going, I'll try to do slow and steady. But I try not to leave a lot of gaps of silence because then people fall asleep. Our intuition works in mysterious ways. So sometimes we see, sometimes we feel, sometimes we know. And this is all about trusting yourself and maybe just setting an intention for the visualization before we start. I'm going to set the intention for myself to get clarity around my relationship with money so that I can create a more loving relationship between money and me. Okay, so just breathe into that beautiful heart of yours and let your heart speak your own intention for this visualization. Anything that you'd like to receive or get clarity on, or be especially open to when it comes to money and abundance in your life. Beautiful. And sometimes the intention has a word or like a sentence. Sometimes it's just a feeling. And the beautiful thing about being gathered together is this kind of visualization is all the more powerful because we're calling in all of our helpers and guides and ancestors and beloveds, seen and unseen forces. And you might just ask now if it feels good to call in a guide, an angel, an ancestor, an animal. And just bring them close. And breathe. Let's start with a grounding. So imagine all of the touch points with the earth, wherever you're touching the earth with your feet or your bottom, your back on the chair. Imagine that there are roots connecting you from your touch points with the earth, down through the floor, down through the layers of the earth. And imagine that these roots, which can take any form, are going down to the center of the earth, the molten earth, and just being tied, giving you a sense of grounding, giving you a feeling of being held, allowing the physical body to be relaxed and soft. And in this moment in time, just sending anything down through the grounding cord that'll assist you in feeling relaxed. Any worries of the mind, any physical imbalances, mental imbalances, spiritual imbalances, known or unknown, through the exhale, just releasing them through this grounding cord and up through the cord, bringing in any energies from Mama Earth that nourish you. You might even imagine this beautiful emerald green light that she's offering, or any color that feels good, and just bringing that up through the cord and breathing that into the body, into all of your cells. Imagine all of your cells feeling this nourishment of the earth and how much she loves you and how much you are a part of her and she is a part of you. And just exhaling anything you'd like to give to her to transmute. And just breathing that out and allowing her to transmute it because she knows how. And bringing up a blessing, a nourishment from the earth. Beautiful. And just breathe in and out a couple more times. Feeling very connected to the earth, feeling grounded and stable, and relaxed. clearing anything that's ready to be released. And now above the crown of your head, imagine 12 to 18 inches above the crown of your head, there's a beautiful pool of light. And the pool of light is offering or reminding you of your connection to spirit, your connection to your other home. And imagine that those guides and helpers and your loved ones in spirit are just shining all of their love upon you. And if it feels good, go ahead and breathe that down through the crown of your head. And just like we did with the earth, allowing it to mix with your energies and the earth energies. And just breathing in the light of love and wholeness, your connection to the divine. There are any energies that would be especially supportive, especially in the intention of money and abundance, maybe even just breathing in that kind of cool wind and all those images that we got around the energy of that green moss and the cool wind and the supporting energies of abundance, the sun rays, the light, the water, just allowing yourself also to bask in the light of love and wholeness. And before we look at kind of our connection to money, just connecting with the heart and seeing if there are any patterns around money, either from the collective or from your family or from this lifetime or past lifetimes, even vows of poverty that you might have taken in past lifetimes that are ready to be cleared from your field. Any cords, old contracts around scarcity, messages that are unhelpful. Imagine that they might be sitting in the physical body, they might be out in your auric field. Again, just breathing in light from above in that pool and almost like a grid. So as you breathe, just let those patterns dissolve, be dissolved by love, by your helpers, your angels and guides, and imagine that grid coming to release any patterns, any cords, any attachments that do not serve you in this lifetime. And then just imagine that they're, maybe being whisked away by the wind and sent to the universal sun. You might imagine them being burned by a flame, taken with water, and sent to the universal sun to be transmuted, whatever's ready to go in this moment. And I'm feeling like there's something for us as a collective, something around what is enough, just opening to even more potential. So if there's something around, this is my potential, my potential bank account or something very, what's the word? Something we kind of worked out with the mind, our ideas about money that may be less helpful in the mental body, just allowing those, if they're ready, to be dissolved. Because it does feel like we have lots of mental patterns around money. Maybe want to be opened up. Like those little pathways I'm seeing. Like this is like every nickel counts, or even having to work it all out. So if that resonates with you, just allowing it to be dissolved with the help of your guides and loved ones. And that also feels important, that you don't have to do this alone, because that might be part of our messaging too around money that might be ready to be released. So it's like, I have to figure this out on my own. It's kind of a lonely matter, or any guilt and shame around the way we think about money. Just imagine that with the light of love, that's being whisked away, washed away, sent to the universal sun, and breathe and just feel what feels a little bit clearer or lighter in your body and in your field. And for this next part, we're going to ask each other and ourselves to see with the eyes of spirit. So see with your soul's eyes. So you are connected to your human, and you might project out like you can see a little movie screen. And the intention here is to get some clarity about our relationship with money in this lifetime. And you can see the screen. It could be in a beautiful place in nature. You could be at the movie theater. It could be like a reflection pond, whatever feels good to you. Just imagine that, images or knowing or feelings will come up that will support you in bringing clarity to your relationship about money in the past, in the present, and what you're creating in the future. What your soul is in alignment for in the future. Okay. Now just go to a point in childhood and trust wherever your mind takes you. Any age. And as you connect with your little one at that age, just notice how you felt about money. Maybe there's a scene that comes forward, or you might just get a general sense from childhood, the messages you received about money. And whatever comes up is perfect. And just tune into what this scene or this age wants to show you. Beautiful. And just send a little extra love to your little one while we're here with her. And now scan forward to another time in young adulthood. Maybe again, there's a specific memory that wants to come forward. Just wherever your mind takes you into young adulthood, and whatever scene comes forward, or feeling or knowing about your connection to money at that time. And imagine, just like you had a relationship with a person in your life, you could imagine what the relationship with money looked like the feeling of it in young adulthood. Could be a color or a sensation in the body. Beautiful. And once again, just sending a little kiss of love to that younger version of you and whatever she was learning about money and the energy of money and her relationship with money. Sending in a little blessing and gratitude. Then allow yourself to go a little bit further in time. Again, just trust wherever your intuition takes you. Might feel more like middle age or adulthood. Maybe there's a memory that wants to come up or a feeling, and how your relationship to money changed at that time or evolved. And as you connect with maybe this more adult version of yourself or a specific memory, also seeing what you're learning about money in adulthood or middle age. Seeing your relationship to money as an energy. And breathe. And just thinking that memory and that version of you, whatever age she was, and wrapping her in love as she's evolving and growing. And then allow yourself to scan forward until you're in this point in time, October 24th, 2025. And imagine again on the screen or reflection, you're able to connect with your current feelings about money. And just witnessing without judgment. Where are you now? What are you learning? What is money here to teach you? How is money here a vehicle for your human, for your evolution? And imagine that your relationship with money, you could get some sort of image or feeling or like even a word that describes your current connection to the energy of money. What does it look like now? What does it feel like now? If there's any pain or hurt around money, almost get the sensation like money's ready to listen. So if you have anything that you'd like to say to money, like, I think that you could just speak that out in your truth. If money has something that it would like to say to you, just allowing the energy of money to be heard. I almost feel like there's like a lot of emotion. So if you're feeling emotion around money, or any emotion is trapped in your field, yours or from others, just tapping into that emotion. Any sadness or grief. Worries. feelings of scarcity or lack. Just honoring what is here. And breathe. Okay, beautiful. And for this next part, we're going to ask you to even connect more deeply with your soul, with your spirit. So, of course, you're connected to the human, but imagine that the light inside of you can radiate even brighter and expand even further if you wish. So for this next part of the visualization, that we can really see with the eyes of the soul, see the connection with money that we're creating, that we wish to create, that's most in alignment with who we are as a soul being on the planet at this point in time. Just allow yourself to connect with the colors of your soul, with soul beings in our circle and our helpers, and feel as expanded and radiant as you'd like to feel in this moment. Feeling connected to the earth, feeling bridged to the heavens. And imagine that on the screen we can see a projection, a feeling of what you would like to feel in this lifetime around money and abundance, even just a glimpse on the screen or a reflection in the pond. And allow the eyes of your soul to show you your potential, your desire, what you came here to experience around money and abundance in this lifetime. And we'll just stay here for a minute or so in silence and allow any visuals, feelings, knowings to arrive. Beautiful. And just imagine all of us have these open hands. So if you feel compelled to open your hands or just energetically open your hands, imagine that your future self, your higher self, is giving you a gift in your hands. And it's a blessing around money, abundance, a gift. Yeah, these are the hands, open hands we give with and open hands we receive with. So imagine, the kind of love that you give through your hands and receiving with just as much love this gift, whether it's a metaphoric gift, symbolic gift. And just allow that gift to be placed in your hands. And it doesn't have to make sense, just receive the gift if it feels good, and imagine that you know the meaning, no matter if it's symbolic or not, that you understand the feeling of the gift and what the frequency of the gift. is giving you. And if it feels good, just bring the gift into your hands and place it in your heart and allow that gift to be received through every cell of your being and light up every cell of you from within. And breathe. And before we close the meditation, we're just going to get another extra little kind of shower of light. So imagine that above you, this funnel that surrounds your whole energetic field, there is an offering of light. And you can bring in any color or colors that would nourish you. And as you've dissolved any patterns around money that were ready to be released, you can bring in new patterns. So if you dissolved patterns around lack, bringing in patterns of wholeness and abundance and plenty. And just imagine that's radiating through every cell of your physical and energetic bodies. I almost get the sense again that's like they're still working, our guides are still working on our mental bodies a little bit. Like imagine they've got like these little tools they're trying to help us. So if there's any programmings of the mind, just like kind of releasing and softening. It's like, I don't know, it's like they're doing little surgeries, little like spiritual surgeries. And again, whether they're ours, but probably more things that we were taught around money. Just kind of letting them do their magic. Okay. And sometimes I like to imagine like as things get whisked away from my aura, it's just like they're moving out with joy and feeling more clear, more light. And then start to return to the body more fully, maybe more fully awake, more fully clear, more fully light than you've ever been. And when you're ready, you can begin to wiggle some fingers and toes. And how about I give everybody like 5 minutes just to write some notes, or if you feel compelled to write a little letter to money based on whatever came up, past, present, and future, you can do that, or you can just take notes, or if you go drink water. And I'll give us 5 minutes, and if we need more, we can take more.